Hi there friends, and welcome to this special episode where I am going to go through all my knits. Yeah, my name is Minna, I'm from Helsinki, Finland. I live here with my 2 cats and I knit a lot. I make videos about my knitting and other crafts I do. I'm usually vlogging about my shenanigans, but this is a special episode where I'm going to go through all my knits that I found from my apartment. And the point of this is to see which to keep and which to frog and maybe which to gift, because there's a lot that I don't use. Yeah, let's begin. Whew. This is exhausting business. I had to go and eat in the middle. Let's continue. Also, as I was eating, I thought I have to go back a little bit. These socks. If I'm honest, I don't like these. I don't like these. So, I'm going to see how much I can clean these, make them look decent, and then they are going to gift/charity pile. That's that. Yeah. The rest of it I'm going to keep so far. Okay, let's continue. There is more socks. Okay. This is Novita 7 veljestä dark gray yarn, and these parts of the socks, they formerly were, I think, sleeves of a jacket, and I frogged the jacket and decided to make a socks, and they are a little bit too small, the socks. And as I've said, I am not a big fan of this Novita yarn. So I think these are going to go to a charity pile. I don't have the energy for this yarn. Yeah, I'll have to see if there is cat hair or pills or anything, try to fix those, and then it will go, or they will go. Then a little scarf. This is a tiny version of a shawl pattern I've written. I have a video in YouTube. It's and also the pattern is available in Ravello. It's a free pattern. This is also Jude Harper's Flamingo Legs yarn, and there is some sparkle in it too. I don't really have used a scarf so small. It is more like, yeah, you could wear it as a accessory, or I don't know, is it weird? Is it, I don't know. I have a godchild, almost 4-year-old girl. Maybe she could wear this, I don't know. Or I don't know, maybe some of her stuffed animal toys could wear it, I don't know. But I think I for sure have no use for this. So, and also now that I know that the yarn is going to pill if it's somewhere, well, if it's used almost at all, so I think it's going to the gift pile. Then here is, this is interesting. These are, I'm not even sure, I guess these are fingerless mittens with really long cuffs. I made these originally to be worn when I was biking. And when you're biking and if it's windy, usually your hands get most of the wind and also your thighs. So that was the idea, and I think they are really functional. I don't ride a bicycle that much anymore, even though I would like to, so I think I'm keeping this for now. Yeah, the yarn this is a colorful yarn. It is a gift for a while ago. I don't have a lot of feelings to this either, but somehow it would felt maybe silly to let this go. For now, at least. I'm not sure. And at the same time, I think I could frog them. I could frog them. Because for some reason, I'm not fan of the color here or the striping. I think this yarn would be pretty maybe somewhere else. Yeah, I think that's how it's going to go. I'll frog these. If I'm going to start bicycling at the winter time again, I will knit myself new warming thingies. Okay, cats are running. Next up, we have socks. These are knitted, I think, more than 6 years ago. I think the yarn is Viking yarn something. I'll check if I'll find that out. At that time I was really into these gradient color changing yarns. Well, I kind of am still. Also, this particular yarn, if I can dig out the name, I have it in my head, but not the it's durable yarn. I think the colors have lasted quite nicely, and also the hey, mitä te teette? Frodo. I guess they're playing it. Yeah, these socks, this yarn, durable, good, warm. These are my jogging socks, and I mean they have been in a washing machine and wherever. Yes, there is pill and everything, but you have to understand that these are 6+ years old socks, and they are used a lot, and they are still rather decent. I just should clean these. Now that I think about it, I should have a cleaning machine here and clean and show how they look. I should do that. Okay, let's. Not sure if this is good quality or bad quality tool. It doesn't say brand or anything. Let's see. Feel like it's doing nothing. Okay, guess why it's not doing nothing? Because there is a, don't mind me. Okay. Seriously? I can't believe that the battery died. Well, it was a good idea. I'll clean everything up another time with another machine. Yeah, keepers. My loyal jogging socks. They look kind of terrible, but they are warm and nice. And as you can see, I, more often than not, I'm too lazy to put them in a sock blocker after washing, so they look like this. I'm keeping this. Then, this was the original pair of the Fox socks. Okay. Trying to remember what this grey yarn is. It might be Pirtin Kehräämä Finnish sheep wool, I'm not sure. And yeah, I think these are identical. I'm not sure. You can't see the cat hair that bad with this gray yarn. And I really like the motif or the pattern. But I've worn these like twice, 3 times. So these are going to be frogged too. And I'll see what I do with these parts. It is also quite tedious to knit with 3mm needles and with the, I think this is fingering weight yarn. It takes a time. And yeah, for somewhere here I could count the stitches again, pick a thicker yarn and be done with it a bit sooner. But yeah, things change, thoughts change. Original thought with these has changed. I'm ripping them out to the what's that picture. The rip out pile is getting quite yeah, there is stuff. Then here is, this is also really old pair. I think these are knitted 2017 or something. I think this is the same Viking yarn as those green ones. And at first these were short socks, and then I decided I'm going to use up rest of the yarn, and they are now long socks. I really like these. I don't wear these that often. I don't really know why. I guess I'm trying to spare these or something, which I shouldn't do. I should wear stuff that I like. So I think these are going to, I'm going to keep these, and I should wear them more because they're nice. I think everything looks terrible now that they have been in a drawer. I haven't used sock pluggers. I mean, yeah, I should take better care all in all about my knits. And then here is one vanilla pair of socks. I think this is merino something. The yarn is the same one that is in here, and as you can see, the sock has been in the washing machine and this has not, so it has lost of its color a little bit. And these I'm going to keep. These are also something that I wear when sleeping. They are really soft and they also peel a lot, so I cannot really wear them like in a daily basis or so, or like walk in the house even, because I don't think they can take it, but they can take sleeping. So they're going to be my sleeping socks, and I really have to buy a new this thing if it really broke. Yeah, but I'll see to that after this. Maybe the battery just died or something, I don't know, or something got stuck somewhere. Let's see. Then there is a pair of these scrappy yarn socks. I'm a little bit sad that everything looks so sad and wrinkly. So yeah, there is this and that leftovers. I knitted these, I think, about 2 or 3 years ago. There is a video in my channel about, yeah, kind of like time-lapse video. And yeah, I should wear these more also. Yeah, I'm keeping these. Then are we done with socks? And there's going to be scarves. This is drops pattern, and the yarn is something I bought from Estonia. A big yarn and crafting store called Karnalux. It's an amazing place. You should visit if you can. There is 2 yarns. The color changing yarn is 100% wool. It's going to be on the screen because I don't remember. And I've knitted it together with something. It might be drop silk alpaca, but I'm not sure. I'll see if I have that somewhere. It's not too long ago that I needed this. I think this scarf has, I needed it while I was already making these video vlogs. But yeah, it is, I actually really like the pattern. It's really simple, but pretty. It was easy to knit. And the combination of these 2 yarns is really nice. The let's say it's that alpaca silk, the color was something like sand, or it was like really light gray, or maybe a little bit beige tones in it, if I remember correctly. And yeah, it worked out. This is so warm and nice and lovely. I use this as on my shoulders at home if it's cold. Not that often outside actually, but it's really good when it's really cold. Then I use this outside also. But I found that mostly I use this indoors actually. There is another kind of like sample knit for my scarf. And the yarn is Manos del Uruguay. This is, I think this is lace weight yarn, and it's merino wool, if I'm correct. So it's stretchy, and it's really stretchy actually. Well, it is also garter stitch, so yeah. And I have to say, I kind of like it, but I almost never wear this. Yeah, I don't use this. I have a feeling that the yarn was rather pricey. I bought it from Tampere, from some yarn store, I think 2 years back. And I have some leftovers of this yarn. I think there was 800 meters per skein, so that's quite a lot of yarn. So if I would pair it with something and add something in, I could basically make a shirt or sweater, like really thin sweater, but sweater anyway, or pair this with some fluff like mohair or something. I think it would go really nicely if I would put this together with, like, because there are pink tones, like some, maybe even, well, if not hot pink, like really pink yarn. But as is, I am not wearing it, and I think this is, I can use the yarn, so it's not going to gift pile. So it's going to frog pile. Here is Vertices Unite. Number, I think 2 or 3. I've knitted 3. And it's knitted, I think this yarn is alpaca and then acrylic. It is, I can't remember, it's gonna be on the screen. And it's really lightweight. I love my color combination. but for some reason, I'm not sure, it's probably the acrylic. I've talked about this in my vlogs, that I'm just not feeling it. It's not bad, I don't know. I should give this another chance. And also, if I find a person who I would know that would like the colors, this would be a really nice gift to give someone. I think this is going to gift pile. Even though I guess I could, but there is something. I cannot, how do you say it? I can't put my finger around it. That's what it is. But there is something. I love the pattern. I love the colors. I think it's something with the material. I'm putting this to gift pile for now. And yeah, I don't see the point in frogging this because I'm not feeling the yarn. So yeah, gift pile it is. Oh, here it is. There is the hat. Long ago I showed the, where they are, the mittens that were a little bit too small and were my hand spun. This is the matchy hat for those, and it is also a little bit small, so it's going to charity / gift pile. Oh, this is very wrinkly. This is sad because this is nice scarf. I think this is some drops pattern, maybe. I have no idea which one, and is it something that I did some modifications, but it's really basic. I mean, you start it from one end and increase and do yarn overs. And yeah, I needed this when I was in France. I don't remember what this yarn is. It's peeled somewhat, but not awfully much. I've also used this quite a lot. When I came back to Finland, I used this, and there actually is this every time when I try to say gray, I'm saying dark. Why is that? This gray yarn here is Lang yarns. I'm not a big fan of gray yarns, but I was so longing for the Lang yarns. If I frog this there, I could get a little something, but it's gray. It's not my favorite, and I believe I've put it in because I had it, and I probably ran out of this red one. Am I going to use this? It is also a little bit felted. I think if I would frog it, maybe the yarn would freshen up a bit. I don't really see myself wearing this a lot anymore. Yeah, I think it has to go to the frog pile. There goes. Easy as that. One of the most worn pieces that I have. And I think it's a little bit felted. I shouldn't put these things to washing machine because, or I should remember to use wool soap. I'm not sure if this is good for your knits, but I can feel that and hear that things that are started to felt are getting apart, and that's what I'm aiming for. Okay, I'll do that on my own time. Yeah, this is probably exactly the same pattern without the those holes. The yarn is something I dyed. I have no idea if the yarns are same base or not. I'm guessing they are not. And I'm pretty sure this violet or purple yarn here is similar to those socks that I decided to frog here. maybe, who knows. And I really like this greenish teal color. Also this light blue section is pretty. It's kind of like frozen themed a little bit. Anyways, I've used this when I'm jogging or walking, and at the winter time I use this almost daily. It gets so much use, and such a good basic piece. I would kind of like to get this yarn back to use, but this piece is so useful and I'm not sure what I would do with the rest of it. I'm going to just keep it as is and try to take better care of it and try not to felt it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, good basic piece to keep. This is knitted with my own pattern that I have in YouTube, and now that I'm checking, is there a mistake? I think there is. Well, doesn't really matter. Yeah, the yarn is, I think this is Zauberball. What is it? There is something 6 and something 3. I think this is something 3. And this other end is, I think, lace ball. Some colors. I'll see if I can trace back to those. But I really like this. This is, I love the colors. It is lightweight. Really spring themed colors, and yeah, I'm keeping this, but I don't have a strong emotional connection to this particular scarf, even though it is my own design. If I one day want to make something else with this yarn, I think I'll just frag it because it's really pretty yarn. But I think for now I'll keep the scarf. This masterpiece, and I mean masterpiece. Vertices Unite, number 1. I have dyed the yarn all except the white. I think this yarn is no longer available. It was commercial yarn, 100% supervised treated merino wool, and yeah, then I dyed it, and then I knitted Vertices Unite with it, and I think there is about 1 kilometer of yarn, so that's rather a lot. But this is also one of my most worn pieces at winter time. It is so warm and so soft, and I am really surprised that this yarn is not peeling because it really was a commercial yarn, and you never know how they're going to behave or age. But this was it was success. I think I needed this too, almost actually 3 years ago, quite beginning of my vlogging. This is how you should feel about your knits. Like, I'm going to keep this, I'm going to sew this and attach it to myself. I never want to apart with this piece. Yeah, that's how you should feel about, or how I would want to feel about my knits. Not like this. I regret nothing though. I've had a lot of fun knitting this, and I'm going to have more fun knitting the stuff again. But this one, I nailed it. I should also make more of Vertices Unites. I really like this pattern. Okay, then there is a small hat. I think this is a test piece for my hat pattern. This is too small for me, and it's yeah, it's going to charity pile. Yeah, a way back, I think again about 3 years ago, I was making a tube scarf with leftovers. Almost all yarns here are something I've dyed myself, and the tube scarf didn't work out, so it was originally attached here, but it was too loosey-goosey. It just laid here, well, when I wanted it to be more like here, so I did this. And for a long while this has been sitting and waiting, and I thought I would give this to someone, but I actually like it myself. I think most of the yarn is merino wool, so it's really warm and soft, and I don't know, this would look nice with the leather jacket. I don't have leather jacket at the moment. I should buy one. I want to find someone from a thrift store, so it's processes on. But yeah, I think I'm keeping this. I don't see point frogging. No attached to yarns. Actually here you can see these are my Vertices Unite colors, and that's Vertices Unite color, so is that, and actually that too. And yeah, I'm keeping this. Someday you'll get more use, don't worry. I think at the end of year 2022 I knitted these leg warmers. I have a feeling that I just started to knit something, and then I started these, and I'm not really feeling the yarn. This is, okay, I can't remember the yarn. It's a quite good yarn, like durable and so soft and nice woolen yarn. But the colors, I'm not so much into rainbow stuff. I'm I'm not feeling it. I guess what I could do, I could throw these to a charity basket, but what I could also do is frog them and add this yarn to the blanket. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. Blanket yarn it is to be. I am 100 years old and can't sit on the floor anymore. Okay. I think I made my way through to sweaters. So let's see. This is knitted with leftover yarns that are mostly Novita 7 veljestä, 75% wool, 25% nylon, and I've striped the yarn in a really random manner, and look at the back side. It's well, I guess I could do, at least I could clean up these yarn ends, but you can still see where the yeah, anyway, this is my jogging sweater. When it's not too windy, I put this on, and the sleeves have they are quite long, and there is also thumb holes so that you can wear it over your gloves. So it's a handy thing for a jogging sweater. And I actually I mean, I kind of like it. It's yeah, it's good. It's really random, but it's also, it works. It's warm. It's I can toss it into a washing machine, and yeah, the one thing is actually these. I mean, look at this. I could fix these sleeves. I have no idea what's happening here. I mean, I've done some really weird decreasing decisions. So actually what I could do is frog it till here, knit it again. And if I don't find any Novita, veljestä or other suiting yarn, I'm going to pick those gray socks from here and borrow some yarn, and then probably frog these and then keep the yarn. But yeah, I could use it as is, but I think now that we are improving things, I'll fix that. Yeah, I kind of have warm feelings about this shirt. I think this is also about 6 years old, and I've always knitted a lot, but in 6 years I've learned a lot. My knitting has improved, and this is more of the era when I just kind of went with it, and yeah, I still do that though, but for, I don't know, yeah, there's memories in this weather. I'm keeping it. Oh, but it's going to fix pile anyway. Then there is rather new sweater. This is Flax, which is patterned by tincanknits. It is free pattern. You can download it from Ravelry. There is 2 yarns. The other one is Zauberball yarn, and other one is some fluff. I'm terrible with this. However, the end result is really nice. I have no complaints. I have used this or worn this quite a lot. There is also some pilling happening, but all in all, wearable, good, nice sweater. I'm keeping it. I am trying to I'm not really sure how you should actually store your sweaters. I think even if you fold them like this, they are going to get wrinkles. I guess you should wear different sweater every day so that they wouldn't lay like this, like 3 months in a row. Probably that's the thing. This is a Haust cardigan by Skeindeer. She's Norwegian, knitwear designer. I think at least she lived in London. Not sure if she still lives there. Really nice patterns. This is sticked all over, so it is knitted in one piece at first, and then you stick open these parts and even the, what's this called, neckline and the front. And yeah, this is knitted with 100% merino wool. It's really soft, really, I mean, it really feels really nice and everything. I haven't worn this too much, or not much at all. And I think there's 2 reasons. One is the color. I'm not sure if this is so much my color. I don't know. And the other one is that it is cropped. So I find myself wearing jeans and they are low-waisted, so it doesn't really go with that kind of outfit. I should wear skirt or dress. It's really nice looking with the dress. I don't wear that many dresses. I guess I should. I've also think, should I dye this? I could put this into a kettle and dye this. Not sure. Oh, since it's yellow, it would probably pick nicely some green tones. I could maybe wear this more if it were green. I might try that. It's also a little bit scary to dye something this big, but I might do that anyway, because even if I kind of like the color, it's still, there is something. The fit is good, yarn is good, the pattern, the end result, all in all, it's amazing, and it's a shame I don't wear this more. And this kind of pieces you shouldn't have. Even if you love something, if you don't wear it, then I think it's not worth storing and so on. So I have to do something. Okay, it's going to go to dye pile, and if it goes south, then it's going to gift/charity pile. Dye pot pile. Oh boy, there is a shirt or sweater. There's no pattern. I winged this. I've knitted this, I think, 3 years ago. I had already started making these videos. The yarn is something I dyed. I kind of like the yarn though, or the colorway, but there is something. It's not fitting, or maybe the color too, but mostly or more it's about the fit. So, and I am not attached to the yarn, so I think this is going to go to charity pile as is. Someone will get a nice weather though. So, but that's how it goes. I mean, that's how it goes. I'm happy to give it away. And this, I mean, this weighs probably, I want to say, half a kilo. There's a lot of wool, so it's warm. But yeah, you gotta go. I'm sorry. You get a better life somewhere else. Oh, that keeper, get here. Okay, well, let's go through this. This is, oh, it's terrible and cute at the same time. When I had just bought the spinning wheel, I had also bought some really beautiful, who knows what, merino silk blend wool to spin when I'm a little bit more, when I know what I'm doing. Well, I couldn't wait, so I spun the precious wool, and here's the result. It was so lumpy, it was so whatnot, and I wanted to use the yarn anyway, so I knitted this hat, and I've worn this, not that much though, and I'm thinking maybe I could frog this and see the yarn if I can, like, how big of a work would it be to try to try to spin it again, or at least some of the wool. I understand I'm going to lose some of it because there is so overly spun spots here, but there is also spots that are not spun at all. So yeah, I am not, at least not anymore, I'm not that emotionally bonded with this either. The very first yarn that I spun, actually it's not here, it was red and green, some wool that came with the spinning wheel, and I made some terrible lumpy yarn and was so thrilled about it, and I knitted a Christmas ornament, a heart with it, and it's I think it's so precious because it's so lumpy, but there's so much love in that thing. And I guess here is too, but I could still harvest this to something else. Yeah, hard decisions. I'm going to frog this and see what I can, what's next. This is Ravello Sweater by Isabell Kraemer. It is paid for pattern in Ravelry. And this is the one I knitted back in 2019 in France. And I've used this so much. It's falling apart from here and there. And this is the Lang yarn. But it's so soft, it's so nice and beautiful. I should fix the holes. I am a little, like, not sure. I do not wear this that much anymore because it's getting, it's worn out. I could have this as a jogging sweater or something to layer, like layering piece for winter, and I've done that already. But I should fix it for that too. But what I'm thinking here is, could I use this yarn for something else? Probably not. I think for now it's going to be jogging sweater, and that's that. I just have to fix the holes, or hole. Okay, maybe just one hole. Sorry. Anyway, much loved Ravello, knitted 5 years ago. Yeah. Fix. Oh boy, this is, I was a little bit afraid about this in advance because this has been in my videos earlier. The pattern is Finnish knitwear designer Anna Johanna's, I think it's budding. It's color work sweater and or a cardigan, and it is meant to be knitted, I think, with thicker yarn. And I've taken some numbers of the pattern and then went my own way and did not do the color work. And the yarns, these colorful yarns, are Zauberball. I think they're Zauberball Crazy. I really like the yarns. And also it is sticked, so I've cut it open here. And I wasn't happy with the fit of this part, so I added some yarn here, and I haven't worn this almost at all, like none at all, and it's sad. such pretty yarns, and it's sticked. I mean, I could save the sleeves or the yarn in sleeves. There is also half of it is some gray yarn, but I could save the sleeves. And if I wanted, oh boy, I guess I could unravel it, have meter-long pieces of yarn. But what to do with those? I mean, seriously. So what to do with this? I am not going to wear it. For some reason, I don't want to put this into a charity basket. I want to have the yarn back as much as I can anyway. I should have a project where I can use, I'm not sure what kind of project would that be. Oh, now I know, even though this yarn lesson is not good for that, but I'll try to find out the technique's name. But you can knit mittens so that you, it's like color work, but you only use every now and again like small pieces of yarn. Then you knit like one stitch with that short yarn and leave the ends there inside the mitten. And over time, or with washing, all the yarn ends, it should be woolen yarn of course, and untreated, it will felt and they will be so warm. I could use this, but this won't felt probably because it's I have to check, but I want to say this is a sock yarn. It's probably superwash treated, and there is also nylon in it. But I could try to find a project where I can use all these little yarns. And yes, I could make a pillowcase of yeah. It's difficult. It's really difficult. Also, I think I could do some mixing and matching, because this is not the only piece that I have this kind of problems. So maybe this could go, it's kind of going to rip out or frog, but this could go to mix and match and recreate kind of pile. Say what you can and use the other parts to somewhere else. Yeah, we'll get back to that when other stuff comes up. And here's first part. This is color work thing. It used to be round. This is knitted with Letlopi. I think store-bought colors. There is some, I can't remember what's the name of this detail. It's a braid, is Irish braid? Some braid. And it was supposed to be a more kind of a bottom of a jacket. And I knitted a jacket and it didn't fit. And I frogged it, and that yarn is coming up too. And I didn't have a heart to frog this. I didn't have a heart, and also it was sticked. So yeah, that's the actual reason. And I want to use this to something. I want to make a jacket or something where this detail could be. So yeah, we are saving it and building something. It's going to be the weirdest or coolest jacket ever someday. Here is also ravello. I think this is knitted 2019, and 2020. The yarn is, I think, mostly something I've dyed. This is maybe a little snug, this shirt. I'm not sure. Also, it's really colorful. I kind of like it, though. And I'm not sure if I'm ready to ready to give this away. However, if I'm going to, I mean, look at these sleeves. Oh, I should fix these. I think I'm going to have to try this on. Okay, let's do that. Okay, not with this shirt under. Okay, it's a little bit short. Well, I have this thing here, so it feels tight. But it is tight in this side too, and yeah, that's the main problem. It's maybe a little bit like short. So but I kind of don't want to get rid of it either. I guess if I fix the sleeves, this could be also a layering piece for jogging. And also, since there is a lot of random yarn coming, I could knit it to be longer, because in jogging it's I mean, I would froze my back with this. So I really do like the craziness of it, but it's I'm not sure if it's I'm having second thoughts about having it as layering piece, because it's in the edge of uncomfortableness. Oh boy. And I wouldn't want to get rid of it either. This is a tough one. This would be a lovely gift to someone who, if I would know someone who would like colors like this and who would wear this if I fix the sleeve things. Sorry. Also this yarn, all this yarn, because there is I could use this yarn to that blanket, but it's a little bit sad. There is a lot of work in this sweater. There is, like, I want to say over 100 yarn ends weaved in. Oh boy. Yeah, if I'm going to frog this, I can't just pull it out. I have to take those yarns out also first. Okay, I'm taking it off now. I could use the sleeves for a socks or sock legs, and I could use the body probably actually to something else from here on, and maybe just frog this part, because I can't see my way out of saving the whole sweater. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. As sad as it is, it's going to mix and match and so on pile to be like spare parts. tough job. But I'm not wearing it. So this has to happen. This is also Anna Johanna's budding without color work. I think it is also sticked. Yes. I had a phase when I was sticking a lot. And nowadays I rarely do that, and I think I know why. You can't go back when you've sticked something. This is, it's not fitting. I like the yarn. There is, I don't actually remember either of this yarn, but it is mixture of some sort of fluff and some, I think, merino. And that tealish merino wool yarn has been frogged already once. And I believe it's happening again. Well, so far, because, well, I can frog the sleeves, I think. I'm not sure how desperate that will be with this, I believe, mohair something yarn here. But I'm not using this either. Not sure what to do with the rest. If I frog the sleeves, then I have this weird weird torso of a cardigan. But I think since it's sticked already, and if it's too big, I can just fold it over and maybe it will work. It will go to a mix and match pile. Yeah, not sure what I'm going to do with these sleeve yarns, but I'm saving them if I can, and we shall see. This is a little bit sad, I have to say. This is actually a little bit terrible that I'm kind of happy. I'm happy. I don't want to store stuff like this, and I'm gaining new yarn. But it feels really silly I didn't make these decisions while actually making these knits. Although this was perfect when I made it. Even though the sleeves were a little bit, the cuffs were a little bit too tight, but I could live with that. But yeah, I'm wiser now. I am not going to knit or keep stuff I'm not going to wear. So you gotta go to, okay, oh, this is so sad. I mentioned this. This was originally made to be a edge of a jacket, like the hem or something, and the jacket was supposed to be knitted with this yarn, and it was knitted with this yarn, and then I frogged it because it wasn't fitting. I think it was too small. Then I knitted a new jacket and I sticked it. Or did I? Yes, I did. And this has been, I'm not sure how I even showed this in my videos, but it's not fitting. It's weird. It has this weird 80s vibe sleeves that I even kind of like, but these parts, it's a no. And I've been thinking this and that, also the sleeves are too tight. I've been thinking, what could I do with this? And I don't know. I'm going to frog this. With Let Loppy, the one good thing, even if you go and stick something, when it felt together, even if you have 1 meter long pieces of yarn, you can felt them back, even though it's it's going to be a job, because there is going to be like 300 pieces of yarn. But it's pricey yarn. It's not my favorite color. But what else I'm going to do? I mean, this is so sad. I don't see another future for this yarn but to just frog it and yeah, knit something and do whatever with the well, there's going to be a decent length of yarns, but anyway, it's going to be, oh my goodness. Think about, or maybe don't think about, because, well, think about the time and effort that has gone to knitting this, and first knitting this once, then frogging it, then knitting it again and sticking it, then frogging it again, 2 pieces, and then probably hopefully knitting it again. It's a nice hobby. You don't save time, but you'll save money when you don't buy new yarn all the time. Other people have like works in progress specials. I have frog in process specials. Yeah, actually that's wrong pile. You're going to this pile. Oh God. Then this is a sweater that I've knitted with my hand spun, with my very first like decent-ish hand spun, and I think it looks pretty. It's really kind of rustic and rough, and the I don't know, the gradient change of yarn and everything is working, but it's quite prickly. Also, I think, I mean, have I gained weight or something? No, I should try this on and see why I'm not wearing this. Is it only because of the prickliness? If it's only the prickliness, I think I could, with maybe even a hairbrush, try to soften this up. And if it won't work, then gift pile it is. If I can make it work, and if it's wearable, I'm keeping it. So I'll have to see. I'm not sure what pattern this is. I think I started with Isabell Kraemer's Pink Memories, but then I started freestyling from somewhere here. It was started from here, so it's not knitted to the pattern. Anyways, okay, we'll have to see. So what's that pile then? I think I'll put it next to fix pile. Fix pile between, okay, between fix pile and dye pile. Then, oh, this. Who remembers this? A huge colorwork sweater knitted with probably 2.5 millimeter needles, with my own design, and and it was frogged many times. This is also, I think I ended up sticking it, the sleeves, yes. And even if I could, I would never frog this. However, I haven't worn this almost at all, which is ridiculous, because I don't like the fit. I think this is a little bit too tall or long. I would kind of want it a little bit shorter. And I've been thinking, should I change this into a jacket? This could be the back side, and I could stick it open from here. And the other options, what I have, because I would like to keep the this motif. So if I would frog it, or maybe even just fold it, will it look, I don't want it to go, I mean, I want to keep this. So, but anyway, I could actually get good 5 centimeters off. I should see, would it be okay? And well, I don't know, am I happy with the edge if I just fold it like that? Yeah, I don't know. There's so much work in this sweater. It's absolutely ridiculous. Also, there is something, I don't know what it is, but something has stained it. I hope it will go off. I don't know if you can see, there is something red. I hope, or I'm not sure if I hope, but I think it might be glue wine, like kind of like berry juice, or not berry, but grapefruit juice that you drink warm during Christmas time. And there is also stuff that is actually wine that is warm. And if it is wine that has been warm or not, it probably won't come off. Anyway, I'm glad that it's here and not in the middle. But, oh boy. And if if I'm going with the jacket idea, I could decorate this more, maybe stitch in something, put in some bling bling or what not. Like I could add stuff. Yeah, and I definitely should save this. It is not right to have a piece with 500 hours of work and then it just sits in your closet. And I definitely am not ready to give this either, unless I found a person who absolutely loves this and will wear it every day, all day, to the rest of their life or something. Okay, which pile are you going? You're going to fix pile. Fix pile without a proper plan, but to be fixed somehow. Then here is Flax once again. The yarn is Finnish yarn dyer Ilun Handuduna yarn. It is called Ilun Sinkku. They are single plied wool yarn, and the gray yarn is, I think, Pirtinkehräämö, something Finnish sheep wool, and the cuffs are something Zauberball. I knitted this last summer. I kind of just wanted to make a sweater with a whole color work in it. And at the same time I like this, and at the same time I don't like this. the fit is not good. And since it's all color work, I think it's a little snug. I'm going to try this on too. Also, Flax is not originally colorwork sweater, so nothing wrong with the pattern. I just made my decisions, and okay, it is probably looking terrible, but I have a feeling that when I've worn this, I have some problem with this area, and also I don't know. There is something wrong. I'll have to try this on and see in the mirror and try to see if I can get to the bottom of what's wrong with it, and can I live with it, can I fix it, and if not, I think I'm going to frog this because it's too good yarn to keep in a sweater you are not wearing. Also, this yarn actually, I think the teal one and the brown one were, at some point I made a scarf, and I frogged that because I didn't wear it. And then I decided I'm going to make this shirt or sweater, and now I'm going to frog it again. Probably. I think. But we shall see. Okay, so try to figure out what's wrong, and if you can't fix it, then rip it or do something pile. My heart with all this frogging and all this oh boy. Okay, this is there is no pattern. I think I needed this 2 years back or 3 years back. I started it in New Year's Eve. It originally was kind of like vest, and then later on I added sleeves. I have 2 videos where I fix my knits that are made with Zauberball or Schoppel wool yarns, and this is one of them. I added sleeves and I added a hem ribbing. I haven't worn this a lot. I'm not sure why. I think one of the reasons is that sleeves might be just a touch too short. They are like bracelet length, and I have quite long arms as is, and if I have like bracelet length sleeve, my arms look 3 kilometers long. It works with people with the shorter arms, but not working for me. Unless you want that your arms look really long, and I don't really fancy that. So yeah, I have to try this on and figure out what's wrong. But I'm a little afraid that this might end up to frog pile, which is terrible. But you can't make an omelette without breaking some eggs. And I haven't worn this. It's a sad truth. To be honest, I've worn this like 3 times during these 2 or 3 years I've had it. It's ridiculous. And it's knitted, I think this is fingering weight yarn. It's probably knitted with 3mm needle or something. So there is work. There is so much knitting in it. But it is what it is. Then I'm some sad section of my, well, now you understand why I have to do this video, why I have to do this project, because I really have in Finnish there is a saying, kana kynimättä. I have to check what is kyniä in English, but it basically means you have unfinished business with someone. So I have unfinished business with my knitting. I have to do this. This is I hope this is going to be some kind of cathartic experience in the end, but the process is surely painful. Let's continue. This is the beautiful Dibiasky sweater that I actually mentioned earlier on when I was starting the video. I've dyed the brown yarn myself. The yarn is, I think it's Viking Highland wool, and it peeled a lot. I had not used the yarn before, and when the shirt was, or the sweater was ready, it peeled so much. Then it's been on a washing machine, probably in a too rough program, and it's felted a bit. Well, it's not peeling anymore because all the peel or the loose wool is felted. However, it affects the drape, it affects the look of it, and also when I was knitting this, I thought it's going to be huge, so I made some decreases here on the back, so it's really kind of balloony. So that was not a good choice. I don't want to frog this because I don't fancy getting this yarn back on my table, but I'm not really using this either, which is sad. What am I going to do with you? I think this is going to a charity/gift pile. I have to sew on a tag that says 100% wool and hand wash, preferably. I mean, I can see someone probably would see the amazingness that is still there. This is amazing pattern, amazing design. But there's something, I mean, there's something, it's not... There's also a video about how I was dyeing all the yarn and knitting this, and I was so happy and everything 1 year ago. And here we are with the felted sweater and sad thoughts and ripping the band-aid. It's going to go to the gift pile. One more ravello. I think I've mentioned I have a few. I think these yarns are also mostly something I dyed. This is about, I think, maybe 4 years old shirt or something, 4 or 5. I'm not wearing this that much. Not sure why. I think here the fit is okay. Not sure about the sleeves though. I should probably try this on and see how that is. I have to try this on, and if it's not fitting, if it's not if there's something wrong, I think I'm going to give this to, yeah, it could be layering piece, but if it's not, if this shirt is not up for that, then it's going to be gifted. Yeah, that's that. Oh, then okay, something that I'm going to keep cool. I have that soft. This is knitted, I think 4 years back. This is a sweater with no pattern. It is Letlopi wool. Not much to say about it. It's warm and cozy and nice weather. My only problem with this is that the yarn is, I think it's the color of the sheep. It is not dyed. So there is variety. There is lighter wool and so on. So, and then there's also cat hair. So I think all in all, how much I try to clean this sweater, it always looks like there is a cat hair. So I mainly use this when I'm on a cabin or somewhere. It's also really warm, so not so much use for it in a town maybe, but definitely a keeper. It's warm, it's lovely, it's a good, nice sweater, and probably if I'm just keeping it and wearing it, it will serve many years to come. It has a nice loose fit to it. And maybe I should buy a like a clothing brush or something, and another piece of those cleaning equipment, and see if I can make a difference. But I think it's mainly because of the yarn. The yarn resembles cat hair. Oh, it's no one's fault. Maybe it's just me who thinks that. Now I have to see if the camera is still recording.